All right. Salute to the tribe. What is going on? What's happening? If the audio doesn't sound right, I don't care. You know, it's a lot going on out here. And with all the natural fires that we're having, you're lucky that we have any cell phone signal, period. So if you don't know, look up Western North Carolina and look up the wildfires that are going on out here. So look, it is what it is. Okay. Anyway, look, man, your cutoff game, it's gotta be crazy when you're out here in these streets, man. Your cutoff game, listen, the only thing that these women are going to respect is a man that'll cut them off at the drop of a dime. You have to understand this. Listen, I'm hearing a lot of talking going on, man, but it's mainly online, man. Out here in the real life, dude, women are not talking that same way. They know better. They're seeing what's going on. Man, I'm seeing women out walking dogs more than I've ever seen women in this neighborhood, period. Let alone women out here. I mean, I'm talking about women in their 20s, possibly early 30s. And I love dogs. That's an easy way for me to, you know what I'm saying, strike up a conversation. And these women are walking right by the front of my house. I've never seen these people before. Wearing makeup. Is that like, I'm sure women wear makeup all the time whenever they go for walks, you know. But listen, when you have a great cutoff game, because people love to take advantage of social norms that they assume that you're going to live by as well. But when you show them that you're not, and I'm not saying be, you know what I'm saying, indignant. I'm talking about just, I'm not going to go off of the assumed you can say whatever you want and I have to, nah. You cut them off. You get rid of them. You make sure they're not in your energy. You guys smash that like button. We're working our way out of being shadow banned. But yeah, man, when people know that you'll cut them off and block them and stuff like that, it demands a certain level of respect. You might not think it, but it does. People have grown to be obsessed with social media, and they're obsessed with what people think about them, and they're obsessed with what people think about what they say. So when you're like one of those people that operate outside of that, where none of the stuff means anything to you, I mean, it's a great way to network, meet people, and build business, but your entertainment is not, it doesn't really derive from social media, the internet, right? You have things in the real world that you can do. So cutting people off is very easy for you, especially like social media people. And a lot of you keep people around you that you don't necessarily need. And these people will always find a reason and try to find a way to check you, humble you, things of that nature, man. But when you have like strict boundaries, people know not to play with you. They can try or whatever from a safe distance, but you're not really having those issues. You start attracting people to you that are on your level, you know. And sometimes being on your level is just someone that doesn't mind giving credit where credit is due, and you know, letting you know if they're inspired by you or whatever, without fear of their ego being exposed. Hey, what's going on, fam? What's going on? Salute. Got one of the tribe members in the house. Absolutely, man. You know, it's a skill that not too many people have anymore. And when you don't put all your business on social media, people like to make assumptions. And when you don't go along to get along, you know what I'm saying? And the going along to get along is part of the social norm thing I'm talking about. That's part of it. the going along to get along is there's understood things that we do in society collectively that aren't really rules, but we kind of abide by it. But those same unspoken rules can be used against you, right? Because they can assume that you're going to go by it and then based off that try to attack you in some type of way. But when you're the kind of person where they don't know what you're going to do, they don't know if you're going to react a certain kind of way. Oh, the sun came out. What am I talking about? I'm outside. Of course it's going to come out. Shoot. You know what I mean? It's been raining cats and dogs, if you don't know. It just stopped. And when they don't know if you're going to abide by those social norms, and they can't find little ways to trigger you by building profiles off of what they assume you're going to do, it makes you a dangerous individual. And when you don't go through, like I said, like when you're working somewhere, there's cliques and different ways that people that are already working there feel like everybody should go about if they want to, make, rank or go further in their career or expand on social media. And when you move in a way where you don't abide by that, i.e. if you're like a content creator and you don't kiss certain ass and jump in certain live streams and go along with what certain people say and don't call out anything, then, what I'm saying, they feel like you're dangerous. They don't know what you're going to do. They don't think that they can trust you, so, I'm saying they do whatever they feel like they can do. The only way to control you is not act like you don't exist, but just, just don't even try to directly interact. But the thing about it is, I don't know, man, I guess everybody just assumes that everybody's the same way. And even if I say, I'm a Army combat veteran, two-time, Army combat veteran, 2 wars, serving the country, serving y'all, I'll have some goofy content creator in a fake profile say something like stolen valor. And it's a content creator, somebody stalking me, because why would a random, troll say that unless they've watched a few videos where I've spoken about being in the military? But again, this is stuff that someone thinks they can say based off of what they assume you're going to react to what they're saying from what they've seen other veterans react to it, and then they assume you're going, and I'm like, okay, whatever. Total stranger. You don't know nothing about me. Obviously, you're just trying to trigger. And this kind of stuff and the way you move, man, it just bothers people. It's a lot of ways that people that are malicious and wicked control people. And they can't control you with what others think of you or them labeling you a certain kind of way. Like, for example, let's say like passport dudes that are in other countries and like Thailand or something. And if those guys that are already there start trying to talk about guys that are coming over there in a certain kind of light, like if this guy, went through a divorce or whatever, he's probably a pookie or he's a bad guy. If this guy's getting online and he rants or, crash out, whatever y'all call, he obviously must be a bad guy or something like that. If we can't figure out how this guy's making money, then we'll just assume that he's some type of drug dealer. And, we'll just, say that to the women over here. They'll try to find a way to make sure that no one wants to be involved or deal with you. I was talking to my dad, man. And because, again, I get trolled a lot, and I've been getting trolled a lot for over 2 years. So I know random trolls. I pretty much can figure out AI trolls or whatever. And I can also figure out people that are watching too much of my content and then trying to troll with a tailored made, comment to try to get under my skin. And I'm going to tell you something. The friends I have that watch my content, they watch it when they can and they try to, and my family members and the people that support me. But the ones that are probably watching it almost every day that don't reach out to me in no kind of way are probably haters. You know what I'm saying? So I can't you can't never acknowledge anything that's being said to you when it comes to social media and the internet, because people, especially these wicked people, they run to the internet to escape their reality, and then they go there to project on the people that seem like they're happy the real world reality that they're dealing with every day that they hate. You know what I'm saying? And when you understand this kind of stuff, it don't really bother you. You know what I mean? You know, we have these weird expectations put on us by American women. You know, they're talking crazy because they're easily led. So they want to decrease the population. They start all these different agendas, and you know, they start telling women that they should want men over 6 foot, and you're settling if you don't have a man over 6 foot. Then women add their little spin to it, and the guy's got to be 6'3", 6'4". Therefore, you know, lowering their chances of ever really finding a man, because no matter what they look like, they think they qualify. This is what I'm talking about. So you're getting projected onto you while you're minding your business, doing everything that you're supposed to be doing to be the best version of yourself. But then women are allowing themselves to be led by God knows who for God knows what, you know, to tell them that they're settling if the man is not a certain height. And that should be critically important. And then they project that on to us, and it don't matter what height that woman is or whatever, she could be 3'5", you know, almost 7 inches shorter than you, and still call you short. In what world? In what world? You know what I'm saying? So why don't you just go somewhere like Thailand or the Philippines, where the men's average height is what, 5'4", 5'5" on a good day, and the women probably 5 foot even. So you go over there and you're a basketball player height, man, to everybody else, where height is not an issue, where you're looking at Thai women do street interviews saying that over a certain height is too tall, and they wouldn't want anyone over the height of 5'9", 5'10". So, you know, you have to shift your reality, man, to match, you know, whatever you have as a vision. You can't be in the States, man, trying to dream big, and then some woman thinks that she's settling for you because you're not over 6 foot, as great of a man as you are. That's crazy. They act like they're getting some kind of bargain deal by getting this great guy, but since he's not over a certain height, he should be, you know, jumping ecstatic for whatever leftover woman he ends up with. And it's the craziness, man, that we deal with over here. As to the reason why, you know, like I said, I was talking to my dad and talking about going over there, and he was bringing up, oh, you hear about the earthquake that happened in Thailand? I'm like, I got 3 backup places to go to. If that place looks like it's too compromised to get there right now, then I'll go somewhere else for a little while and wait it out, or whatever the case may be. And, you know, one of the places was like, you know, talking to my dad about Vietnam, and my dad always wanted to visit Vietnam because, you know, he was worried they're going to draft him or try to draft him or something like that. And my dad was like, man, I ain't done nothing to those people over there. I ain't going over there starting them. You know, that's how my dad is. Believe it or not, even though I'm a veteran, that's how my dad is. He's like, I'll leave this country, man. It's like, you would have looked a lot different if they would have tried to draft me. I ain't doing nothing. My dad is all, hey, I ain't put myself in no harm's risk over some crap that they're making up, and we don't even know. He's always been that way. You know what I'm saying? He's always been that way. And so we're just chopping it up, man. And he's I don't know what my dad been watching, man, but he's become extremely red pill. You know, I think he's watching my content, but he don't never tell me he does. But he be talking some red pill stuff now. He wasn't talking this stuff when I was younger. I'm like, what you listening to? He's like, yeah, these women out here, man, all these kids are having, man, and they want to have them. Like, where you getting this information from? You know what I'm saying? But we was on the same page with it. And he's like, yeah, I completely understand. Just make sure you're careful with the country you go to. Ain't having a whole bunch of earthquakes and stuff like that going on. I'm like, all right. But you got to, you know, for yourself to become the greatest version. They're always talking about you got to surround yourself with 5 friends. Man, you got to surround yourself with positivity all the way around. Not just 5 people that are doing better than you, or You got to surround yourself all the way around. Your environment needs to be that way. The people you engage with, any of that stuff. You know what I mean? And like talking to my dad about cutting certain things off and cutting people off, and he's a king of cutting people off, man. You know what I mean? He's always been known. He'll cut somebody off real quick. If you're talking crazy or he got to come out of pocket around you, man, he cuts you off real quick. You know what I mean? And my dad's 70 years old, getting around very well. So obviously that's the way to go about it. So having those strict boundaries, man, even though you're going to have people hating on you, you got to have them, man. You got to have that strict cutoff game. You got to be able to just be like, nah, I'm not. Hey, LeBron, let me know how the audio sounds too, man. I don't be having no one let me know. And I know the audio be sounding bad sometimes, but remember, I'm out here. This place has been on fire for almost a week. So you're lucky that they haven't turned off the cell phone towers, period. You know what I mean? So you got to be out here complaining. You're trolling. Absolutely, man. Everything, man. Like, I'm going to where the air is going to be cleaner. I can get fresh fruit. Eating obviously way better. Cost of living is cheaper, so my money goes longer. And the women over there are going to appreciate my dollar way more. You know what I mean? Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it. Salute. Trying to make sure I don't go over 20 minutes so I can see if this video hit the algorithm. But I'm gonna go live. I was talking to my dad for like 4 hours. I was supposed to go live like 4 hours ago, but I just wanted to call him up, talk to him. Ended up talking to him longer than I thought I would, but it was a good chat. It's a good chat. You know what I'm saying? It was a good chat. And it's just, I don't know, man. I just feel like if you really want to be successful out here, dating is just not the way to go in the States. And despite like whatever's going on, like who's to say that Thailand doesn't get earthquakes all the time? Probably not on that level. But who's to say that these planes haven't been dropping out the skies for a year or so now? But whatever the algorithms decide to push to the forefront, for whatever reasons it's doing it for, you can't let that discourage you, man. 7-Eleven on the timer, man. You got to go make it happen, because I'm not going to stay here in this situation wishing I could get out, or wishing I could experience something different, or wishing I had different women to experience it with. I'm going to put myself in a place where the women are, enjoying the men, loving on the men, love a man for being a man. Everything's more traditional. You don't have women trying to convince you that you're wrong for the way that you look at life and the way relationships supposed to be, that you need to evolve. And apparently to evolve would be to evolve to whatever they want you to be. You know what I mean? Which is super weird to me. It's super weird to me. And these women that claim that they don't need you and they can do whatever without you, won't leave you alone, and always got something to say about you, and studying you like crazy. Like I said in my last live stream, I jumped in this TikTok live stream, or maybe I didn't talk to y'all about it. I was talking to my dad about it. But yeah, I went yesterday and jumped in this TikTok live stream because I was scrolling, and this live stream popped up, and there was a bunch of women bashing dudes, man, just going off. And I'm just like, they just get online and just make them. And it was dudes in there not really saying nothing, but there were some dudes in the comment section of the live stream talking. And I said a few things, and this chick started stuttering and looking at the comment section. I'm like, is she familiar with my work? And she's like, I'm gonna block this nigga. And she blocked me. And I was like, I don't know this person, so she must know me. And I didn't even get started yet. Y'all wasn't even like cranking out the big guns yet. I was just getting warmed up. Y'all was saying some stuff that really shouldn't have been blocked. But again, jumping in that live stream, it was like 7 people and everybody was having a good kiki. But then when I start typing something in the comment, everybody gets quiet. These people be knowing, man, look, people be knowing who you are and how you move. Your reputation precedes you, man. And that's the way you want it to be. Like I swear, I'm not even, she blocked me, so you can't even be like, oh, you be tripping. No, I said like 4 things in there. and one of them was only like, the last one was like, women don't even see 80% of men. And I said that y'all only want 20% of the guys. And then I said passport 2 times. That's all I said. If there were dudes in there like getting at them, dudes in there talking about her long titties. You know what I'm saying? This chick's titty. Let me stop before I get flagged, man. Y'all be out here having them out, man, but y'all need to be getting them sports bras or those push-up bras, because all titties ain't made the same. Flapjacks, you can keep them, but I mean, dudes